YouTube. Today we're going head to head in between two of the top tier smartphones on the market. We have the Galaxy Z Fold 6 right here. Yes, it just unfolded into a larger smartphone versus the tried and true iPhone 15 Pro Max. A massive phone in a different arena, the iPhone arena, which is its own little world over there. But these two for sure are worth going head to head. There's also the reality that one can do what the other just absolutely cannot. So it's an unfair advantage for the Z Fold 6 in the fact that it just offers an absolutely different user experience for a smartphone user. But that is the appeal of it. That is the reason why some iPhone users are peeking outside of that walled garden, the invisible walled garden, or maybe sipping on some of this Samsung juice right here with the Z Fold 6. Nevertheless, we're going to compare head-to-head, spec for spec, these two devices, give you an idea of what it's like to own one or the other from a user experience perspective, and maybe help you make a decision in between these two devices, or maybe if you're trying to jump ship into something, innovative, then you might opt in for a Z Fold 6 over an iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, when you saw this unfold into its magnificent glory, you may be thinking, dang, this is a massive device. It has to be heftier by far than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's absolutely not true. It's slightly heavier or heftier at a 239 gram weight versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is coming in at a 221 gram weight. So obviously, if you can handle an iPhone device, then you can handle a Z Fold 6. Trust me, you can. So that's not a deciding factor. It's not a worry. Yes, there's the reality when we get into thickness. You have a device that when folded is a 12.1 millimeter thickness versus a device 8.3 millimeter thickness. As you guys can see, it's definitely noticeable and you're going to be pocketing a different device. But all in all, I still feel like both are equally as much cumbersome due to the other side of the spec, the height, right? The tallness of these devices, which one is slightly taller than the other. We have 159.9 millimeters of height versus 153.5 millimeters of height. We also have a thickness of only 68.1 millimeters versus 76.7 millimeters. So obviously, when you fold down the Z Fold 6, it's a lot skinnier than the iPhone, although I would love for the Z Fold 6 to be, it doesn't have to be the exact same width, but I would like for it to be closer to the width of this iPhone. And what's the reason for that, CJ? It's this. When you use the cover panel on the Z Fold 6, it's a lot skinnier and it's a little bit more crammed. Yes, this is not the main panel. You go here. But although I love spending time here and I spend the majority of my time on the Z Fold here, in reference to the outer panel when I just want to do little quick things, this is definitely more of what I'm used to versus this by far. And since we're here, let's talk about it. Let's talk about these OLED panels. I'll start off with the iPhone. The iPhone is rocking a beautiful 6.7 inch Super Retina panel. And yes, for the Samsung Nights, it's gonna be here. It's made or manufactured by Samsung. Manufactured by Samsung, I'm assuming, or maybe LG. You never know, they go in between. This is a 1290 by 2796 pixel panel, a 19.5 by 9 ratio with a 480 pixel PPI density. Beautiful panel, very much about color accuracy. That's the biggest thing I love about this panel. It is very much color accurate, focused. Over here, we have two panels to discuss. We have the cover panel, which is an AMOLED, 2600 nit peak brightness of 6.3 inches with a 968 by 2376 pixel, 410 PPI panel. And then we unfold to a not so dense 374 PPI, which is a 7.6 inch AMOLED panel at 1856 by 2160 with a max peak nit brightness of 2600 nits. The iPhone maxes out at 2000 nits for those who may be wondering. So when it comes to the screen experience from a user experience perspective, as someone who loves big screens, I have to give the edge to the Z Fold 6. And it's obvious as to why. Now, you have to put this panel on natural if you want to be close to the color accuracy that you get out of this device. You have to put the screens on natural. I do not rock vivid. It is not color accurate. So this panel right here, this one right here, the big boy, definitely outshines the iPhone panel on any day. Look at this. And the fact that you can fold it down and have a convenient cover panel, it just adds to the overall user experience of having two displays. Although I still want this one to get wider, for sure. But these two, obviously, iPhone wins this shootout by far. But this one right here, Z Fold 6 all day. Let's talk about platform. That's a huge difference in between these devices. You have the iOS walled garden, the Apple experience, the Apple ecosystem going on over here with iOS 17, soon to be iOS 18, and iOS 18 is sporting some really nice features that are going to be somewhat similar to what you get on Android, but not quite the same, because this is Android 14 with the One UI 6.1.1. Basically, you can do what and almost ever you want to do with a Galaxy Android device. You get a lot of custom features like this. Look at my home screen. Now, yes, with iOS 18, you can now move your icons down, and it's still not the same. And the simple fact is, this is not iOS 18 on here. I'm just speaking, maybe I'll put something on the screen showing you guys it to make it more fair. The icons look better on iOS 18. The placement and the customized look looks so much better on iOS 18, but there's one thing that Apple needs to implement to make its theme and feel get closer to what you get on the Galaxy device, and that needs to be custom icons. Not the dark mode, light mode icons that you get, but legit custom icons like this. This is the crayon icon pack, and just look at this. Look how nice these icons look. Look how custom and personalized my home screen is for me. And that's the things that you can do on the platform of Android, along with a bunch of other things. Now, there are trade-offs, right? Hold on, we got the camera alerts going off. Smart home is cooking right over here, man. Now, there are trade-offs for that. Like, it's a more fragmented platform. These devices are optimized really well, but all in all, everything on Android isn't all cohesive in one, which is why you get fragmentation over there. But with the iPhone, since it's a closed loop, the optimization, the ecosystem is a lot tighter. And that's one of the hugest selling points to the platform of the iPhone is its ecosystem, how well continuity works within it. And if I'm going to speak to an advantage in the sense of optimization, continuity, and ecosystem, the iPhone takes it by far. But if we talk about customization, features, and freedom, it's over here by far. So this portion of platform comes down to you and your preference, essentially. And if you want to experience something new, you can jump in between the two. Now, when it comes to storage and memory and RAM and so forth, you get more RAM on the Galaxy at 12 gigabytes versus the 8 gigabytes on the iPhone. You get the same storage capacities of 256, 512, or 1 terabyte. You get UFS 4.0, and then I'm pretty sure this is some version of Samsung storage inside of here as well. So they're both equally fast and I guess equal in that sense. So these both have the same Bluetooth 5.3 and the same Wi-Fi 6E capability. So no advantage in connectivity in between the two that I could see. Now, let's talk about speakers really quick, and then we'll go from speakers into battery, and we'll round it out with cameras and user experience. All right, speakers. I'm gonna play the same song really quick on both. I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. Joke up, jokers, shit is acidic, so I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that nigga. Look Look in the mirror like damn it, I'm fitting. Looking outside like the world is a mine. Look in the mirror like go get it. All right, next one. We're gonna play the Z Fold. I'm waking, I gotta go get it. I'm making my melody straight to the digits. No cup of jokers, the shit is acidic. So I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like yeah, I'm the nigga. Look in the mirror like damn it, I'm fitting. Looking outside like the world is a mine. Look in the mirror like go get it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna take either or. I know the iPhone is traditionally known for its speakers, but Samsung has stepped their game up as of lately. The S24 Ultra was a huge improvement, and the Z Fold 6 is just as good. So I appreciate the speakers on both of these panels. Another thing that I'm going to speak on in the sense of speakers is consuming media, watching video. I can watch YouTube videos on either one of these devices along with their speakers sound and feel satisfied. I got to be real though. When it comes to consuming media, the cake goes here. Watching a YouTube video on this panel with these speakers and this orientation right here is just hands down the better media consumption, experience. This is gonna go more into the user experience, but let me just jump in since I'm here. Also, if I pull up TikTok, right? Turn that down. Look at the size of TikTok. Same thing goes for like Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. We still call it Twitter. Let's say if I pull up Twitter right now. Hopefully it ain't nothing crazy. I got to make sure. Say I put that right there. Look at the size of Twitter. You guys saw the size of TikTok. Media consumption, hands down, is so much better on the Z Fold 6. Whew. Let's talk about, where did I say I was going to go next? I think I said I would go battery. It's no contest. This doesn't even have to be a long conversation. Battery king, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Z Fold 6 can't compete with the battery of the 15 Pro Max. End of discussion. If you want the better battery, you go 15 Pro Max. Let's move on to cameras. Those of you guys who've been around for a while, you guys already know where this is gonna go. I mean, we're gonna do a quick little shootout. I'm gonna show you guys evidence to back up what I'm saying. Matter of fact, I'm just showing you the evidence. Then I might say what I want to say. Let's do it. All right, let's hop in. Selfie camera really quick. All right, so both are in raw photo mode. This is selfie. Let me snap a selfie over here in the light. The better option. Jeez. Oh man. Okay, rear camera really quick. Rear camera. Oh, no. We gotta go video. Okay, video. All right, now there is an advantage in video on the iPhone with Apple Log. I mean, you can do videos in log. So I'm gonna do the best offering that I can do over here on the front-facing camera on the, Z Fold 6. So let's do this real quick. Front-facing video right here. We got the Z Fold 6 in my right hand and the 15 Pro Max in my left hand. Unfortunately, Apple does have Apple Log. But I gotta show you guys what is offered in its best capacity. And then we have the front-facing camera over here in auto mode. Yes, I could have did pro, video mode, but that would be cheating because then I would be changing settings. I have to do the same over here, and we still gonna have log. It's gonna listen. We already know who possibly has the better camera. I said possibly. You guys are gonna see, and you guys are gonna let me know down in the comment section below. All right, let's go to the rear camera really quick. This is what goes on behind the scenes. You guys get to see how I have to hold these, right? I gotta try to get them in the same orientation. Okay, photo. All right, that's a rear photo. Now we gotta do rear video really quick. I'm shooting 8K on the Z Fold and just, 4K with Apple ProRes Log on this one. So right here we have the rear facing cameras, just the main one, the top dog, the main one that you're gonna actually use. We got the Z Fold 6 in my right hand, and we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max in my left hand. I don't wanna ramble on, tell me which camera actually looks better. Bias aside, down in the comment section below, and we'll continue talking about it. All right, that concludes my camera test. Now let's talk about the most important thing, and that's user experience. And that's one thing that's separated in these devices tremendously, right? The user experience on the iPhone, let's start here. The user experience on the iPhone is familiar to iPhone users. They know about it. Android users, they think they know about it. Some of them try it and don't like it. It's just a well-oiled machine. That's the best way to put it. It's well optimized. App store is crazy. App optimization is crazy. Social media apps on this thing and optimization here is crazy. It takes the cake in a lot of ways, or in so many ways, in that reference of software, optimization, ecosystem, and so forth. So if you want the, I guess, most developed continuity and ecosystem from a user experience perspective, the iPhone definitely is top tier. Now, there are limitations that come with that. It's called the walled garden. It's called the Apple trap. The fact that once you get into that ecosystem, it is hard as HE double hockey sticks to get out. And that's why a lot of people feel trapped. Some people are comfortably trapped, and some people are delusionally trapped. But either way you go, this is a really great user experience. This is by far one of the best smartphone offerings in a while. It is just a premium, well-built device from a design perspective. The titanium aluminum fused, edging, the seamless color layout, just nice design. A well put together, tried and true device, tried and true design. Some people don't like it, some people love it. It is what it is. If you are an iPhone type of person, this is the best, the creme de la creme of iPhone offerings, and you can't go wrong with that, right? But then you come over here to the user experience of what I like to call, I don't want to cuss, but this is that. You know what? This right here is the Z Fold 6, and this is something different. I mean, this is something that it's familiar at this point if you've, embarked in the foldable world. But, I mean, software, One UI, the build quality at this point, right? The design, it's very top tier. It's getting really, really good. I do have some, design cues. Samsung, if you want to listen really quick, a wider outside panel, better camera hardware, and yeah, we could put the S Pen on the inside and a larger battery, and that would make this thing absolutely god tier. But even without those things, you get this customizable, super feature packed Android experience. You have the Galaxy ecosystem. Let's not get it twisted. There is an ecosystem for the Galaxy world by far. As you guys can see, I'm rocking it. We got the Galaxy Watch Ultra, we have the Z Fold 6, and we have the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Yes, this looks very familiar, but active noise cancellation on these is really good. Transparency mode on these is really good. The phone experience and user experience on here is really good. This watch, it may not be for everyone design-wise, but usability, and there's other options too. There's a lot of options when you get into this Galaxy world. There's the rounded Watch 6 Classic, which I absolutely love. There are options, there are features, and there's just an experience that comes with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 that you can't duplicate in the iPhone world. A foldable device has yet to hit the Apple world, so it can't compete in that sense. This panel is kicking butt. Having this convenience right here is top tier. So, from a user experience perspective, between these two devices, although preference is a huge deciding factor, there's just something about the Z Fold 6 that you just can't get in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. No matter how much I wish and could try, I can't duplicate this. And I have to give the edge in user experience to the Z Fold 6. Although I do feel like the iPhone, for the people whom it is for, is going to definitely be the phone for them. But I mean, man, such a tough decision. Luckily for me, both of these are rolling with me right now, side by side. And if I had to pick one, oh my God, it would be so hard and excruciating to make a decision. As of right now, man, my favorite go-to phone is this. That is what it is right now. That's just for now, baby, right?
I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the digits. Nope.
I mean, you guys do know the iPhone 16 Pro Max hasn't released and iOS 18 isn't officially here. So that's what it is for now. Nah, real talk though, Z Fold 6 right now is my favorite device in my hand. So I'm gonna pick it this time. It just offers something that you just can't get here. Although the most well-rounded day-to-day is this. This is the best daily, day-to-day communication device. We all know, or some of us know and won't admit. Yeah, you just can't match this. So this. It is.
Up a jokers, this is acidic, so I take a shot with the lemon and ginger. Look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm that. Look in the mirror like, I'm fitted. Looking outside like the world is all mine. Look in the mirror like, go get it. I gotta get to the casinos, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and it's man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out.